I wasn't planning on doing this, so bear with me as I try to put my thoughts together. I was also in Ms. Rentschler's last class that got cut short because of COVID. And I too experienced the absolute terror of seeing your name on the boards at Matsuyama and seeing your name under Ms. Rentschler. And I think I went to my mom when my mom showed me, and I went, please, 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 please. I don't think I want to be in her class. And my mom said, nope, that's where they put you, that's where you're gonna stay. And I am so glad every day that my mom forced me to be in her class. I'm sorry to all of my teachers that are in this room. I love you all. I had a lot of you. It's been great to see your faces today. Miss Rentschler has been my favorite. I don't mean to offend any of you, but she is. And I'm in 10th grade now, so I've had a lot of other teachers. And when I think back on who I remember the most about, it's Miss Rentschler. There's this musical, I'm also a theater kid, there's this musical called Six, and it's about the 6 ex-wives of Henry VIII. And every time I go and see it, all I can think about is sitting in her class doing history. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so emotional right now. I have that gene in my family, sorry. All I can think about is the tangent she went on one day when we were studying Queen Elizabeth. And we spent probably a solid entire afternoon of class when we were supposed to be doing so many other things. I think we skipped a science lesson, maybe math too, I don't remember. And we sat there and we talked about all of Henry VIII's wives in detail about why they got divorced, why they got beheaded, all of the things. And then I heard the musical for the first time and I went, Miss Rentschler talked about this. And that has stuck with me every time I go and see it. I saw it just a few weeks ago when I was here and I thought of her. I also, like Heather said, there's the little things. I think there's a reason why the only Beatle name that I can ever remember is Paul McCartney. And it's because of her t-shirt that had Paul McCartney on it in that same pattern that the Marilyn Monroe faces is in. I forget what it's called, but she had one of those shirts and it had Paul McCartney on it. And she would talk about how much she loved the Beatles and how much she loved Paul McCartney every single day. There was never a day that she did not make me laugh, even when we were on Zoom. I remember she talked about in our class one of the times she went to Disneyland and she sprained her ankle or something going downstairs because she tripped. Oh, it was her shoulder? It was her shoulder. Yeah, she told us about how she hurt her shoulder, and I was like, why are we laughing about this? And she always found a way to make the good out of everything. And on Zoom, I ride horses, and one day I fell off of my horse and I hurt my wrist. And I was sitting there on Zoom with an ice pack on my wrist. And she asked me about it, and then we sat there in front of the whole class on Zoom laughing about the fact that I had stupidly fallen off of my horse the day before. I remember doing the drive-through promotion and being so sad because I didn't get to go to Slide Park and not being able to experience the Count on Me and everything like that. But as I was driving through and I saw her and I got to hold her hand out the window of my car, I felt so happy. And I lost contact with her for a while. I didn't end up on the text like Heather did, but Heather updated me. I think my mom did too. And then all of a sudden, last spring, on closing night of my school's musical, when all of the seniors were leaving, it was really sad. I was bawling, my face was red, I looked like a tomato. There were tears stains on my cheek. My eyeliner was running down my face. And I walked out from backstage, and there she was. And she was like, "Why are you crying?" And I was crying. And I was like, "Well, all the seniors are leaving. It's really sad." And she just sat there and she laughed. Misty was there too, and they just sat there and they laughed. And I gave her a hug, and I said, "Thank you for coming. It's really good to see you." And that was the last time I got to see her. But I think about it all the time, and how up until the last time I got to see her, she always made me laugh. She was always there for me, even though we didn't talk for years, and I didn't see her face for years. She was still there for me, and I think she was there for all of us that were in her class, and that's what I'm going to remember most about her. Sorry, I'm emotional Jean again, but